I think I've just seen one of the weirdest and most unexpected things I've seen in a very long time. Charlie Intel literally just tweeted out that there is gameplay footage of a pre-alpha build of a potential DLC5 for Black Ops 2. This is literally just surfaced and being put on someone's YouTube channel called Jugger, and it includes pre-alpha footage of Origins, which, as you'll see in just a second, if this is real, because having watched it, I was like, no, surely not. Surely this never existed. Surely this is just a mod. Hopefully we're not being trolled here. I don't really know how you would tell, because Black Ops 2 is such an old game. It came out in, what was it, 2012, I think? You would expect something like this to be found much earlier on, like 10 years ago, not in 2024. And if I'm remembering correctly, there were rumours years ago about Black Ops 2 having a DLC 5 that never came into fruition. But if this showcase is real, if it has any legitimacy, then that means those rumours of DLC 5 for BO2 were real. This person has posted a 1-hour showcase on his YouTube channel, so definitely go ahead and check it out for yourself. I will leave his link down in the description. But talking about what he put in the description of this video, he said it showcases an early build of Black Ops 2, which includes an early version of Origins, as well as a cancelled, in quotation marks, DLC 5. He can't share links or a tutorial on how to play this, as he could get in trouble. He does say though, if you look around, you can probably find something. So just to reiterate, I couldn't confirm that this is in any way real. It looks neat, however I'm just going to put that out there. Looking at the gameplay though, so we have the BO2 Zombies main menu with all of the maps on there that we are familiar with: Transit, Mob of the Dead, Nuketown, and then we have these new locations marked with a 5, which I'm assuming are to represent DLC 5, the locations that if it were to release we would have gone to. I don't know how that works. There are 6 new locations on there, and the maps that would have been a part of DLC 5 are Moon, Verrucht, Shinonuma, Derice, Nacht, Ascension, Kino, and 5. 8 remastered maps from World at War and Black Ops 1, which is essentially Zombies Chronicles. In fact, that's exactly what it is. If this released during Black Ops 2, this would have been Zombies Chronicles 1, and then in BO3, that would have been Zombies Chronicles 2. Of course, with some changes, just like we saw with Zombies Chronicles 1 and Black Ops 3, there was new Easter eggs added, new radios. In BO2's DLC 5, from this gameplay, there would have been some pretty big changes, including stuff like us having the jet gun on Verrucht, which again just makes me think that this can't be real, or surely this was never in contention. The biggest differences that you can note though are on Origins, as we see an early build of the map. When I say early, I mean extremely early. I would struggle to even call this an alpha build. Notice that they called the map Lead Tomb, or however you're supposed to pronounce that, instead of Excavation Site 64. But yeah, just take a look at this gameplay. Look at all the changes. You will notice the liquid in the generator in the spawn area is green instead of blue. I would suspect a lot of things here are just not worth looking into. This doesn't mean the colour was ever intended to be green. That was perhaps just a placeholder, but right here, there's a huge Grumau 3.5 box. The generator in this section is being switched around. The mystery box is obviously nowhere near textured. There is quite a bit that is relatively similar to how it is on release, but there's so much that's different. Notice the speed of the Panzer. Where Juggernaut is supposed to be is where Staminop is, but this is the biggest difference of them all. A brand new location. When you come down from the mountain and open this area, normally it's the church. This whole area is totally different, and you know what, maybe it's just because I'm so used to Origins that I'm looking at new areas and thinking, wow, that would have been so much cooler when it wouldn't have been. But you open these doors, you've got a trap there from World at War, which looks like a placeholder, but coming inside of this building, I don't know, there's just something about this. And then going around the back area where there's this whole town section. Is it just me that thinks this whole area looks awesome? Like it actually should have been in the game instead of the church, or maybe alongside it. There is another door back here that you can open up. There's no guessing as to what Treyarch were planning to use these areas for, because they're not finished, but you could keep going further back and look at this. I can't lie, I'm watching this gameplay and I wish we got to experience this version of Origins, because it looks amazing. Origins is a top 3 map of all time anyway. For me, on certain days it's number 1. It's between Shadows, The Rise and Draka and Origins. So could these changes have made it better or worse? I don't think they would have affected it that much, but from a visual point of view, that whole new area is just so different to anything else on the map. I feel like the version we got, everything blends in and fits nicely, whereas in this pre-alpha build, that town area really stands out from the rest. The church does still exist, it's just that the town behind it, you're able to access. This map is pretty much quite a bit bigger than the version of Origins that we get, and it's a big map already. The crypt is relatively the same, besides from the statues. The 4 perimeter statues aren't there, and instead it's replaced with this one. I don't even know who this is supposed to be. That's just getting my storyline brain activated. And then he also shows off some gameplay of the staffs, obviously very early on. There's no textures to them or anything, but they seem to work the same and have the same elements. So that's the pre-alpha build of Origins. Like I said, he also shows off what was going to be DLC for BO2, which was the World at War and Black Ops 1 maps remade. Most of the stuff is recognisable, as you would expect with a remaster. Treyarch are pretty faithful, but there are some new additions, and you also have to bear in mind, these maps would have looked better than they did in World at War and Black Ops 1, especially the World at War maps on BO2. Nacht, Verrucht, Shinonuma, Derice, all would have looked really good, at the time anyway, compared to now. No. But yeah, that was pretty much it for DLC5. It looks like you could get the jet gun on Verrucht. Besides from graphics, that's the only big change I noticed. But yeah, overall, it looks like DLC5 actually existed for Black Ops 2. Why it never released, we will never know. It was scrapped, but for what reason? If Jugger is able to access all of these himself, then it must mean besides from Origins, they were pretty close to completion, at least as far as DLC5 is concerned, right? So why they wouldn't release it, I don't know, because we essentially had a DLC5 for Black Ops 1. The final map pack contained all of the World at War maps remastered, along with Moon. So I would even go as far as to say that was the first Zombies Chronicles. This would have been the second, Black Ops 3 was the third, and we all know we should have Zombies Chronicles 4 by now. But yeah, if this is real, this is pretty awesome. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Go and check out Strugger. I will leave the link down in the description. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.